Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain you the first chapter of civics, that is power sharing. Power sharing is a very essential system for any country, either it's a big country or a small country. And to make it understand, the chapter has two examples of very small countries in comparison to India. These countries are Belgium and Sri Lanka. First, we'll talk about Belgium and then Sri Lanka. Belgium is a very small country, has some ethnic compositions. Ethnic compositions means the diversity based on language and culture. Okay, so mainly there are two communities, two languages spoken in Belgium, that is Dutch and French. Dutch speakers are in majority in the whole country. 59% people are speaking Dutch language and 40% people are speaking French language. This is the composition of the whole country, but when we will see the Brussels, which is the capital city of the country, here the conditions are different. In Brussels, 80% people are speaking French language and only 20% people are speaking Dutch language. Means a language which is in majority in the country, that language is spoken by only 20% people in the capital city. So this is a complicated composition, and one more complication is that the French speakers, those who are in minority, but economically they are stronger than Dutch speakers. And because of these whole differences, certain conflicts are there. The French speakers and the Dutch speakers both want their own importance in the system, in the country, and that is why the conflict occurs. Okay, so this is about the conditions of Belgium. Now we'll talk about the conditions of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, again, the two languages are spoken majorly. One is Sinhala and another language is Tamil. Okay. Now in Sri Lanka, as we know, it's a very small country in comparison to India, but the diversities can be anywhere. So in Sri Lanka also, two languages are spoken. 74% people are speaking Sinhala language and 18% people are speaking Tamil language. These are the two major groups. Okay, so 74% people are speaking Sinhala language and only 18% people are speaking Dutch language. Out of these 18%, again there are two groups. Out of these 18%, 13% people are Sri Lankan Tamil and 5% are Indian Tamils. Okay, Indian Tamils were the people, those who were migrated from India to Sri Lanka as indentured laborers or bonded laborers. Okay, so their ancestors, they reside there, and now these families are called Indian Tamils. Okay, so this is what the conditions in Sri Lanka. Now we have seen the ethnic composition of both the countries. Now, what were the results? Okay, the conditions are almost same. Two major groups are there in both the countries. There are minority and majority. There are conflicts arises. But how these countries deal with these differences, it is important and it is needed to understand. Okay, so first we will talk about Sri Lanka. As in Sri Lanka, 74% people are Sinhalas, and when the elections were held, there were democratic elections in Sri Lanka, but because of the majority of one group, the government was dominated by Sinhelas. Okay, most of the ministers, they were from Sinhala community, and now the power of Sinhala has arisen. Okay, so the government took certain decisions, or the new laws were made, certain changes were done in the constitution to dominate over Tamils. Okay, Sinhala started dominating over Tamils, and for that they implemented new laws. Like, first of all, they declared their language, that is Sinhala, as the national language. Okay, then they declared their religion, that was Buddhism, as the national religion of the country. Thirdly, they started giving preference to Sinhala speakers in jobs, and they started preferences for the students in schools, colleges, universities. Like, in all these institutions, Sinhala students started getting preferences. So the government made the new laws continuously to give preference to the Sinhalas, and that is why the Tamils were continuously neglected, and they started feeling alienated in their own country. Right? So time to time, these Tamils also raise their voice. They ask for certain relaxation or certain importance from the government, but their demands, their requirements were continuously neglected, and all those strategies of the government, this resulted in civil war in the country. Civil war means the war inside the country. So there was war between Sinhala and Tamil speakers, which resulted the poor economical, political and social conditions of Sri Lanka. This whole system, when a majority community dominates over minority, is called majoritarianism. Okay, so Sri Lanka adopted majoritarianism, which was resulted in civil war. Now we will see the conditions of Belgium. As we know that Belgium also has the ethnic composition, ethnic diversity, but how Belgium deal with this difference? Okay. Now in Belgium, they adopted the system of power sharing. Okay, the powers were equally shared with both the communities, either they were in minority or majority, it doesn't make any difference. For that, they brought changes in the constitution too. They made the governments at different levels. One central government was made, then the state governments were there, and they made one one specific kind of government called community government. The community government was formed to deal with the matters related to language, religion, caste, and other social matters, so that the main government can concentrate on serious issues like poverty, literacy, employment, and the economic development of the country. Okay. So, how these governments were formed and how the power was shared. Number one, the different levels of government was formed, a community government was formed, and in all the governments, both the communities were given equal seats. Like 50% seats were reserved for French speakers, and 50% seats were reserved for Dutch speakers. No matter which community is in minority and which community is in majority. Okay, so both the communities were happily accepted by the system, and both the communities accepted the system happily, because as in Brussels, Dutch were in minority but they got 50% seats, So they happily accepted the 50% seats for French speakers where they were in minority. Okay, so in that manner, this system was called a system of power sharing, where powers were shared in different manners with both the communities, and this resulted in a peaceful accommodation. Okay, both the communities were happy and they have accepted each other happily, and this resulted in social peace. This resulted in political stability and economic development of the country.